In this lecture, we are going to discuss another intermediate level scoring question, that is reorder paragraphs. So as usual, first I will show you the interface so that you have better idea like what I am discussing or how you are going to get this question in the exam and what are the things you need to keep in mind when you are attempting this question. So let's jump on to the interface part here. So this is how you are going to get this question. You are going to get paragraphs on the left side and you have to drag these paragraphs on the right. Okay, the sequence of these paragraphs should be correct. If you feel like this is the first one, then keep it here. If you feel like this is the second one, keep it here. Okay, likewise you have to arrange all the paragraphs in a sequence in the correct order. This is your reorder paragraph question type. Okay guys, now coming on to your overview part. So the task is like to arrange different sentences in a logical order. They should make sense. That is a task. You have already seen that. Then this question type will check like whether you are able to arrange different paragraphs in relationships or not. Okay, in a coherent way or not. Okay, then this question contributes to your only reading module. So that is a good thing here. And the thing is like although this question type is of let's say 8 or 11 marks, it depends on number of paragraphs, number of questions, but still like 8 or 9 marks or 10 marks are important if you are aiming for 79 plus score in the exam. Okay, then number of items. So if you are getting 2, then this question type could be of let's say again like 7 marks, 8 marks, 3 marks, 5 marks, 6 marks. Why? You are not getting numbers because of the number of paragraphs. You are getting numbers because of the pairs. That I'll discuss later. Then coming on to the next one, time. How much time you should spare for one particular question? Not more than 2 minutes. Aim for 1 minute 30 seconds, but not more than 2 minutes. Why? If you are giving more than 2 minutes for a particular question, then you will be getting less time for your fill in the blanks, and that will affect your overall score. Why? Either you will be answering those fill in the blanks fast, then you may answer something incorrectly, or you may miss one full blank itself. And if in that blank there are let's say 5 blanks, okay, in that passage there are 5 blanks, then you are losing 5 marks and you won't be able to attempt even one multiple choice also. So to score 1 extra marks or 2 extra marks here, what happens, sometimes students miss like one full passage itself or sometimes 2 passages and they lose like 10 marks. You cannot take risk here if you are aiming for 79. Students who say like 66 plus, 70 plus or 75 plus, I don't bother telling them to practice this question. Why? Because I know even if you score 0 here, still like 70 is possible, 60 is possible, 66 is possible, but for 79 you have to answer correctly and you have to balance everything. To answer this question correctly, you cannot waste more than 2 minutes. Okay, target should be 1 minute 30, but no more than 2 minutes in any case. Okay, now as usual we are going to discuss some strategies. I'm going to suggest some tips and tricks you can keep in mind so that you score 10 out of 10, 11 out of 11 or 100% marks here. So the very first one is like look for opening sentences. The opening sentence will always refer to the main topic. Okay, there won't be any connector in it. There won't be any kind of conjunction in it. Okay, for example, we have like the very first paragraph here is what? The very first paragraph is however. So however means some contrasting idea. So it means it can't be my opening sentence. Why? Because this one however is is used like when you are saying something contrary to the main part, to some other sentence. So this can't be my main one. Its name. Now its name, it is referring to something, so this can't be my first one. If I keep this one in the start, I need to have something before it. Then bioluminescence is it is like a kind of definition. This can be my. In the deep ocean, many creatures use bioluminescence as a way to lure prey or hide from predators. So this is like not introductory, but this is adding information to main definition. So always look for opening. Now the only opening sentence here can be like your third one. Why? Because this is giving definition. It is defining like what is your bioluminescence. Okay. Now this is going to be my first one. Now I need to go for my second one. So its name means light producing. In the deep ocean, many creatures use. So here they are talking about use. Its name means light. Now here they are defining and then they are using its. Okay, its. So it means there is a possibility like it is referring to this one. And this second one can be used after fourth also. Because here also you have bioluminescence. Now you look for the context here. There is a definition here. Here they are talking about use. Okay. And here they are, for adding further to the definition, like its name means light producing. So this is adding information to your definition. So my correct, order will be 3 and then 2. Then we have now this, however. However, this hasn't stopped scientists from investigating its many potential uses. Now, there is a word use here. After that, there is a logical order like however, because it is in contrast. In the deep ocean, many creatures use this one as a way to attack, or hide from predators. And because they are used by some creatures here, this hasn't stopped. Okay, now this is logical. This however will be coming after number 4th only. So what is my correct order? My correct order is 3, 2, 4 and 1. How it became easy? I figured out like first one, second one cannot be my start. Where I'm getting the definition of this main topic, that is in the third one. So third one. After this, I had like 2 options. I had like, number 2 and number 4. Number 4 talks about the usage. Number 2, is adding further to the definition of bioluminescence. So 3 and 2. And then like here, however, this hasn't stopped. Means why they are saying this hasn't stopped? Because they are saying like some creature used to either attack or either hide from predators. So that's why because still scientists hasn't stopped. So the logical explanation is however is going to be after your number 4th only. Okay, so this is what you need to do first. You need to look for opening sentence only. Okay. Then guys, the next suggestion is that identify transitional words. That is very, very important. Now, let's understand this one with the help of another example. So, what is our first sentence furthermore? Now, furthermore is like, you are adding something, to a topic, to something. So, I need to have some sentence before it. Spinach is a versatile vegetable. So, this is the definition. However, some people avoid it. Now, I need to talk about its uses. Then I can say some people avoid it. Okay. So this can't be my first one. This has to be after someone. This has to be after some another sentence. It can be blended. Now, the logic explanation is what? Like they are giving definition here and then you are adding to that definition how you are saying it can be blended. So I need to keep this in mind. So second is going to be my first one. Then furthermore it is a rich source. Furthermore it is also adding to something. Some people avoid. Now let's see like where people are using. People are using this spinach in this one. It can be blended into smoothie. So what I will do, I will go for your fourth one after this. It is a rich source. Due to its slightly bitter taste, it can be blended or even consumed raw in salad. So what I will do, I will go for your second, fourth, then I will go for your first one. Why? It can be blended into smoothies. Why? Or some possible explanation or addition to that sentence. It is a rich source of vitamins and minerals. So second, fourth, then first. And then comes the last one. Some people avoid it. Even though it has, vitamins, minerals, some people avoid it. Why? Because of its slightly bitter taste. So what is our correct sequence here? The correct sequence here is 2413. Now, how this helped me? Transitional words. I got to know like this cannot be my start. However, because it is a contrasting idea, it has to be after some sentence. Then furthermore, it has to be after another sentence. It can be blended. It has to be after another sentence. Why? Because it is referring to something. Okay. So I was sure like first, second, first, third, and fourth cannot be my start. This is going to be my start. Now, however, some people avoid it. I need to, I need to have a sentence which talks about the usage, which talks like some people are using it for something, XYZ purpose. Now it can be blended into smoothie. This is coming. So even, you can think of, let's say second, you can think of, let's say fourth, and after that you can think of first one, or you can think of, third one also. Now if you go for which one, if you go for 2 4 3 1, if you say however some people avoid. Now in second and fourth, they did not say like, however some people avoid it. They are not talking directly in the fourth one like some people are using it. This is some kind of general information or general information which is getting added to your second sentence. Like it is a versatile vegetable, it can be used here. Done. Now you can't directly say some people avoid it. Okay. Here it makes logical sense, like it is a rich source of vitamins, but still some people avoid it. Why? Because of its bitter taste. So go with the, what you say, go with your flow, okay, context, flow of the context. Keep those things also in mind. Okay. Then the third suggestion is that always establish the main theme. Okay. Always, check like what is the main theme. That can also help you in a big way. So far, I asked you to go for opening sentence and then transitional words. Now here I'm suggesting get some idea about the main theme. So see, these instruments, okay, centuries, musical, it's about music. The violin, musical instrument. So I got the idea. What is the main theme here? Music. Now, what is the first sentence? The first sentence talks about the evolution of music. The second sentence gives some specific example, the violin, for instance. So one particular example. The third one gives a broader definition of, music or musical instruments. And the fourth sentence elaborates the diversity and history of, musical instruments, countless instruments, unique sound, history. Okay. Now, if I have to answer this one, I first need to look for opening sentence. So these instruments, they are referring to something. This is example. I need to discuss the main topic, then only I can give example. Today there are countless. So I need to have something, then only I can say earlier it was like this and today it is like this. So I am left with third one. This is my, opening sentence. Then after this, and I need to now find second one. These instruments. So where they have talked about instruments here, they have talked about countless instruments here. So these means plural, so it is referring to these one here. Okay, so my this one is going to be 3 4 1, and then I'm left with what 2. Now let's whether 2 is logical after first or not. These instruments have evolved over centuries, adapting to cultural and musical shifts. Adapting to cultural, the violin, for instance, has origins in earlier European stringent instruments. Okay, so it is, I can't find a direct relation here, but I'm sure 3 4 1 2, and maybe, because they are talking about evolution here. Now, if you are talking about evolution, then you can discuss something about its origin, like where it evolved and what it has become now. So that's the only possible explanation, like why second is after first one. Why? Because in first one you are talking about evolution, and in second you are talking about its origin. So that is explanation, and that is a correct sequence for this one. How many paragraphs were there? 4. And how many pairs you can make here? You can make 3 pairs. So this question is of your 3 marks. Okay. Now let's jump on to our another one. The next one is like look for pronoun. I have already like discussed it. It, he, they, these, those. So they also help. I can also say like, keep these linking words in mind. Where I discuss like transitional words, you can keep same thing in mind, like keep these pronouns in mind, like you are going to keep your connectors like however, moreover, furthermore, in addition. Okay, let's again understand this with the help of example. They have been used in various ceremonies. So they means either it is referring to some people or something in which is plural. They, I need to have something before it. Dream catchers are believed to protect. Okay, this can be our start. Then this ensures, I need to have a singular word which says this ensures. So this can't be my first sentence. Traditionally they are made using materials, like again this is plural. So dream catchers are believed to protect sleeping individuals from negative dreams. So this can be my definition. Then after this, this ensure, what is activity? They are made using materials like feather. Can I say like this? If something is made of material like feather, beads, woven nets, this ensures only positive dreams can reach the dreamer. Maybe, we don't know. Then they may have been used in various ceremonies and rituals. So again, we do not have direct relation. Now let's read in detail. This ensures that only positive dreams can reach the dreamer. Dream catchers are believed to protect sleeping individuals from negative dreams. Okay, they're talking like to protect from negative dreams. This ensures that only positive dreams can reach the dreamer. So it looks like this particular activity is getting referred as this here. So I'll go for your second here, and then I'll go for third. Now I have like first one, they have been used. Now what is this day? This day, is there any plural thing here? Dream catchers, one plural, then materials, another plural. So can I say like they have been used in various ceremonies? So if dream catchers are, let's say some things or people, then I can't say like they have been used in various ceremonies. Okay, it looks like they are talking about the products here. They are talking about these materials, feathers, beads, woven nets. So maybe fourth one and then first one. Why? Materials and then this day. So I'm sure like fourth and first. Then second I'm sure. Now I'm not sure about number three. This ensures. If think in now different way. Can this third one come after first? No. Why? Because they are talking about plural here, ceremonies, rituals. So this cannot come. Can third come after fourth? Traditionally they are made using material. They are again talking about something plural here. So only where they are talking something in singular, that is activity like protect sleeping individuals from negative dreams. If this is activity, then you can say, you can refer to this activity as this. Okay, so keep these pronouns in mind. They will also help you in going for the correct sequence. So second, third, fourth and one, this is our correct sequence. Okay guys, now next suggestion, keep or be aware of your similar sentences. Let's again understand with the help of an example. The first one is like elephants. Elephants with their immense size are generally peaceful creatures. Maybe this can be our definition. However, this can't be our first one. Elephants are known for their large ears and strong memory. This can be our first one. Despite their enormous size, they are talking about size here. So I'm damn sure after first you are going to have fourth. Why? Because you have a contrasting statement that their size is, they are too big. They have immense size, and despite their size, they eat only vegetation. So I'm sure about, I'm sure about your number 1 and 4. Now I'm left with second. However, when threatened, they can be extremely dangerous. Now I'm sure about number 1 and 4. They are talking about peaceful creatures. So after 1, I can go for second also. However, when threatened, it is logical. They are saying like their size is big and they are peaceful, but when they are threatened, they can be extremely dangerous. So 1 and 2 is also logical. Now this is a very typical type of reorder paragraph where even 1 and 4 and 1 and 2 both are correct. Both are correct. But the thing is, fourth one cannot come after your second. So it has to be 1 and 4. Now keep this thing in mind. consider like 1 and 4 as one, one sentence, and then you are after going for number second. So 1, 4, keep this thing as 1 in mind, and then second. Despite their enormous size, so you cannot go for number fourth after second. Why? Because in second they did not talk about size. Okay, in second they are not talking about size. In second they are not talking about what? They are not talking about something, eating habit. So they are saying like they have immense size, peaceful creatures. Now immense size, they still eat vegetation. So first and fourth. However, when threatened, now do not get confused. If students are making mistakes, they make mistakes in this part only. Like when threatened, they will think, okay, peaceful and threatened. No. Here, logical 1 and 4 cannot be separate, and I can consider these both as one entity. Okay, and then I can go for second here. Now, when I'm sure about 1, 4 and 2, then the only one remaining is your third one. Third one is going to be my start, and that is the correct sequence 3, 1, 4 and 2. Okay, so sometimes you have to keep these, similar sentences in mind. Here, number second and number fourth both can come after 1. But if you keep 2 after 1, then this fourth won't be logical after your second. The correct sequence is 1, 4, 2. Okay, 1, 4, 2. But this is okay. But if you go for 1 and 2 and then go for 4, this is not logical. This disturbs the flow of your sentence. Okay, so that's all. Only these 5 rules are there. Keep these in mind and practice as much as you can. Now I am going to do practice in front of you. Just see like how I am doing on portal, how much time I am spending on every reorder paragraph. Okay, so this is the first reorder for us. There are 4 jumbled sentences or 4 paragraphs, and the question is going to be of your 3 marks. Others offer benefit. So if others is written, it means I need to have some sentence before it. Our genes serve as an, so it can be our definition. Genes tell cells what to do. Okay, and scientists now know that some of those mutations. So if I now look for your opening sentence, look for connectors, look for pronouns, those mutations where they are discussing mutations, they are discussing mutations here, known as mutations, and then they are discussing mutation here. Okay, then after that, our genes serve as operating manual. Now here operating manual is being discussed, so I think like it is going to be your this one second, after this one, and after this one. And now I am left with what? I am left with others offer benefit. Okay, so this can't be my start, but let's read it. Sometimes it happens like it can come in between here, it can come in between here. So others offer benefits, some can do both, and the mutation can underlines the mutation that underlines sickle cell disease is the one that can be good and bad. So it looks like they are talking about negative effects here known as mutations, and then they are talking about some benefits. So logically this can come only once your negative effect has been discussed. So I will go for this one. My main sentence or definition or introduction. Operating manual, they are discussing about your operating manuals here. Genes tell cells what to do, but copying errors in those operating manuals. So they have discussed operating manuals here and those here. Now here they cell like mutations. So we have those mutations here, and then they are talking about negative aspects here. This one like some have benefits also. So this is a correct sequence of my reorder paragraphs. Okay, this is how you have to go for it. Okay, so see here what is written. The very first one is your they create. So it means it is referring to someone, they. The name is there, Thornton Wilder and Tennis Williams. Others dismiss. So this can't be my start, this can't be my start. Playwrights come to their craft. However, these writers, so it is again referring, so this can't be my start. I am left with this one and this one. Playwrights come to their craft. This is about playwrights and some names are there. So it looks like this is going to be my start and this may be after this. Okay, but I am sure like this is my first one. Then after this, now let's read. Playwrights come to their craft with different aesthetic sensibilities. Okay. On the one hand, these writers, others dismiss. Okay. On the one hand, and on the other, they have approach. So they are talking about two different, types of writers here. So there is no relation so far. They create recognizable words. So this they cannot refer to both types here. So I'll go for your number one. Okay, I'll go for this one, playwrights, and then I'll say they create. So because it is your plural here. Now, troubling reference to human behavior and social themes. Okay, human behavior and social themes. They create recognizable words, human behavior and social themes. These writers have something in common. So it looks like, they are talking about two different types of people here, but they have something in common. So I am sure about these two pairs, this one, and this one, and this one. Now I'm left with this one. Others dismiss the illusion. They create recognizable words. Others dismiss whatever, the other type of people are doing. So playwrights, they create recognizable words, and others dismiss the illusion. Okay. And this is another pair. Name of, 1, 2, 4 different people are there, playwriters, and they are saying like even though they are from different backgrounds, they still have one thing in common, that is what artistic expression. So this is how you have to answer, keeping the opening sentence, keeping the theme, keeping the this one your connectors in mind. I can easily eliminate 2 or 3, like this one cannot be my start, this one cannot be my start, this one cannot be my start. Then I look forward, then I look for your other references, other connectors. Okay, now let's jump on to one more. So here we have, rather the scientist declares. So again, this can't be my start. Why? Because it says like rather the scientist. Okay. Poincare had an especially interesting view, thus a scientific theory. Laws, he said. Okay. Now we have pronoun, we have some connectors here. So see, laws, he said. So this can't be my start because it is referring to someone. He said, thus a scientific view, cause and effect. Like something should happen, then only you can say thus. Then rather, again, like this is a contrasting statement. So I need to have something first. So I'll go for what? I'll go for this my start here. Okay. Then after this, especially interesting view of scientific induction. Laws, he said, it is directly referring to that person. Laws, he said, not generalization of experience. They aren't mere summaries. He said this thing, like they are not XYZ ABC. Rather, what he said on his own, rather the scientist declares the law to be some interpolated curve. So understand the relation here. What they are saying, he had view of this one. He said this is not possible, whatever is the statement. Rather, this is possible. So this rather is why, okay, because of this statement. And now the left one is, thus a scientific theory is not directly, okay, cause and effect. Whatever he said can't be the, whatever he said can be or cannot be. Because of that, we can say thus a scientific theory is not directly. You have, cause and effect or cause and result. Okay. So this is how you have to look for connectors. You have to look for sentences. You have to look for meaning. Then only you will be able to answer these correctly. Okay. Now let's do one more and then we will end our lecture. So here we go. Scientists have known for over a decade. So this can be our first one. Despite its huge size and importance, no, this cannot be my start. Okay, second one cannot be my start. Why? Because the connector despite. A study led by a group of NASA scientists, maybe it can be our start. Its eastern neighbor is, however, 10 times larger. So it's easter. You have pronoun here. So what is going to be my start? My start is going to be scientists have known. Why? You need to have some reference, some introduction. Then after that you can say that those NASA scientists, they did some study, something like that. Okay. Now this is going to be my start. Scientists have known for over a decade West Antarctica has been losing mass. Despite its huge size, no, they are talking about huge size. So it is losing mass and 10 times larger. So it looks like, let's say 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it looks like the sequence is, I'm sure about first is my start. Then I'm sure like its eastern neighbor, its means West Antarctica. So number 4, 10 times larger despite its huge size. So it looks like they are saying it is 10 times larger despite this much size. So first 4 and second, and then last one, conflicting results have been published, and that was published in 15. So after this I'll go for your number 3. Why? Because it is first 4 and second they are sure. Third one cannot fit in between, like 2, 4 and 2 are 1 and 4. So I'll go for your in the end only. So this is going to be my start opening sentence. Then its eastern neighbor, its is referring to your West Antarctica ice sheet. Then 10 times larger despite its huge size. Its huge size is referring to eastern neighbor, that is 10 times larger, and this one is my end only. Okay. So this is how you have to refer opening, eliminate your pronoun, your connectors in mind, and journal your theme or meaning of the sentence in mind to answer these questions correctly. Okay, so I hope you have understood. I discussed like 4 different types of paragraphs in those tips and strategies part. Now I have done 5 examples here itself, so you got to know about 10 different examples here. I think like this is enough. So now what you should do, practice as much as you can. You cannot simply learn rule and then say, okay, you will be doing good. You have to practice. And one more thing, like, you have to aim for 1 minute 30 seconds, maximum 2 minutes. So to answer, these in 2 minutes, you need to have practice. Okay, otherwise it will become very difficult. You can answer all questions correctly if I give you 5 minutes, but in the exam, you don't have that much time. You just have 1 minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes only. So practice as much as you can so that you become perfect in this question, and you get habit of finding connectors, pronouns, relations immediately. The moment you get questions on the screen, you are able to identify theme, you are able to identify opening sentence, you are able to identify relation. Then only you will be able to answer in 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay, so that's all guys. Thank you very much.